team of shark scientists are about to begin a groundbreaking study right off New York City. With the discovery of a great white nursery just offshore.
Eye on the prize, there it is, right there.
They're on a mission to deploy the first camera tag on a baby great white in the Atlantic.
It's crazy to have a shark nursery so close.
Baby sharks in the city.
Baby sharks in the city.
It's like that song.
That's cute because you say little gray whites, but then when you think about what they actually are, it's like, oh.
Look at those tiny little teeth. I mean, she's just absolutely beautiful. A perfect mini version of a full-grown white shark. Go, baby girl, go! It's like so emotional.
Unbelievable.
Guys, look at how close that shark was.
Oh my goodness.
Now they're about to reveal the secret life of the baby great white for the first time.
What does a baby great white shark do every second of the day? And it's contained right in there.
Baby sharks in the city?
It's August. The baby shark research team is heading out of Long Island, New York.
Hey, stay salty. This is real science. Are you picking me up?
Greg Metzger and Toby Curtis began studying great whites in these waters 9 years ago. And they've now confirmed that this is the nursery ground for the great white in the North Atlantic.
You can go faster than you, I think.
Hey, there they are.
This year, they are joined by great white experts, Megan Winton and Greg Scommel, for a pioneering new study.
I'm gonna keep cranking north. Good luck.
Thank you, you too.
While Greg heads up the coast to investigate the northern limit of the nursery, Megan joins the tag team. They're hoping to deploy a special new camera tag on a baby great white in the Atlantic for the first time.
So we know virtually nothing about baby white sharks. We know that they're abandoned at birth when they're only about 4 feet long. They haven't ever hunted before. They haven't navigated these waters before. How do they do it? How do they survive? How do they escape other predators that are out there? Now with this special miniature baby camera tag, we're gonna be able to track them and film them in the nursery area for the first time. It's really uncharted territory as far as white shark science goes.
If they succeed, they could finally reveal the mysteries of the first, most vulnerable weeks in the life of a baby great white. It's only recently that it's been possible to study the nursery. A few decades ago, trophy hunting and commercial fishing almost wiped out the great white along this coast. But with stricter fishing regulations and protection for the great white, marine life is slowly coming back.
Look, they're big schools of bunkerfish. Right there, look, they're spinners. Those are spinner sharks. That's incredible. Great place for a white shark nursery. Right here off the state of New York.
But the recovery of marine life off Long Island has not gone without incident.
1 in 4 million. Those are the odds of being bit by a shark.
In the last 2 years, there have been 13 bites, likely from sand tigers, smaller duskies, and spinners.
And I was like, James, you better follow me if you want to get out of here alive.
They were nearly all minor injuries. In the murky water, a shark can easily confuse people for fish.
If you see bunker pods, best bet is to get out, wait, and then go back in.
I'm going back in as soon as I can.
The tag team head offshore. To find baby great whites, the ocean conditions have to be just right.
How's the temperature looking, Cap? Yeah, we're at almost 69 degrees. The tent, it was steady, and then all of a sudden it just went whoop. So we got a little bit more to go. Excellent. Then we're in it. Excellent. That's what we're looking for. Yeah.
They've found a band of 70-degree water, the optimal temperature for a baby great white.
Let's get to it.
All right, get those lines out.
While Megan has been working with adult great whites for almost 10 years, getting close to a baby white shark is something few shark biologists ever experience.
Ready to rock?
I am ready to rock. I don't think I'm mentally prepared for this. I'm used to seeing bigger white sharks. Like, I really I don't know. Be prepared for a lot of squealing.
I'm bored of the big white sharks. I really think where it's at is the baby sharks.
Fighting words.
Yeah. It's all about the baby sharks, and this is the place to do it.
Here's our first one, all rigged up and ready.
Greg Metzger has been fishing these waters for 20 years, and his experience will be key to finding the baby sharks.
Get 'em. Go.
They've put satellite tags on baby great whites before, but no one has ever successfully deployed a camera tag. And catching them isn't easy.
They're just cagey. The way that they take the baits, the way that they bite the hooks, you know, they're definitely not this mindless eating machine that just comes and chews on anything. They're very cautious. So there's a lot of little tiny tweaks that we do for the baby whites that we don't need to do for the other sharks that we target.
With live bait in the water, the mission is underway. The clock is ticking. The sharks have just been born, and the team has only 2 weeks to get their camera tags out. In the vastness of the ocean, it seems an impossible task. But with the data from the satellite tags, Toby, a NOAA fisheries biologist, was able to work out where the baby sharks go.
That data helped us to confirm where these young white sharks like to hang out during the summertime. Most of the time they're going to Montauk and they're turning around and heading back west, and they're kind of running the entire length of Long Island, over 100 miles, up and down the beach. And that's how they spend their first summer of life.
That one.
Yeah. Want me to take that? Not a white.
It's not a great white, but it's a close relative, a baby short-fin mako.
Mako?
Short-fin mako shark?
The fastest shark in the ocean. Adults can reach up to 13 feet long and are capable of speeds of up to 45 miles an hour.
Turn it on it.
Oh, they're so beautiful.
At 4 feet long, it's likely less than a year old.
Beautiful little shark.
Get the line in. Okay. You can clean them off.
With the tail rope secured, they have just 10 minutes to take measurements and samples.
Megan, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, hold them. Okay, PCO.
Like the baby great white, little is known about the baby mako's life.
Sex is female.
It's a rare opportunity to understand how this young female survives in these waters.
These makos are such great sharks. Fastest fish in the sea. They have that iconic black eye and that real pointy nose. They're built like little torpedoes. They swim very different. They don't have that sort of long, lazy tail stroke like a lot of the other sharks that we work with. They're like the white shark. Okay.
Veterinary scientist Harley Newton takes blood, tissue, and fecal samples to analyze back in the lab.
Okay, fin clip is taken.
It will give the team valuable insights into the mako's health and what it's hunting.
Okay.
You gonna tag it? You wanna get this stuff? Yeah, easy tag.
That's everything?
I think that's everything.
Okay.
Oh, beautiful. Look at that.
Oh, that's so cool.
The baby mako will spend its life cruising the ocean. She can travel the entire North Atlantic, as far as Africa and back, several times over.
Like, you just feel that mako energy, and it's like, ooh.
Well,
Look at you.
See, as far as baby sharks go, they're top of the
Right up there.
They're right up there.
And makos are in trouble right now, so to see that little mako is such a good sign. It like warms my heart a little baby makos. All right, we're working our way up. That one closely related to a white shark.
Right, and that's why
Harley does a blood test to check the shark's stress levels.
every shark species is different, and we're trying to study as many species as possible to really understand the actual response that they go through, whether catch and release is something that is a good option for them.
How's it going in here, Harley?
It's going well. I actually just finished the blood gas analysis on that last sample, which CO2 is elevated and O2 is a little bit low. But this particular shark has had a pretty normal response and seems to be in really good shape.
That's so great. So it sounds like it's gonna get right back to doing its normal sharky thing.
Another shark is on the line.
Okay, I got it.
Got it? Good?
Got it.
Woo!
This is a cooler fish.
It's adorable.
This time it's a baby Dusky. Born at over 2.5 feet long, it's smaller than a baby great white, but has one of the most powerful shark bites ever measured.
Dusky sex is female.
Amazingly, it takes this female around 18 years to reach maturity. And then she gives birth to as few as 2 pups every other year. It makes her highly vulnerable to overfishing. The good news is that while populations have crashed globally, here along the U.S. eastern seaboard, the Dusky is beginning to recover.
It is incredible to see this many species of baby sharks in this small area. And it's a really hopeful sign. A lot of these species, Dusky sharks included, were not doing well that long ago. So this is really encouraging. Nobody thinks of New York as like a cradle of life. They think of the city, they think of swarms of people, and there's all these little baby sharks of all species right here. New York famous
pizza.
for their pizza, now famous for their baby sharks.
Best pizza, best sharks.
Greg Scomo has headed 100 miles along the coast from the New York nursery to Martha's Vineyard, just south of Cape Cod. With recent reports of baby great whites being caught by fishermen in the area, he's trying to find out if the boundary of the nursery is moving north.
Hey, Dr. Scomo, how you doing?
Doing great, brother. How are you? Man, permission to come aboard.
Yeah, come on aboard.
A world expert on great whites, Greg's been following the dramatic recovery of the big adults as they return to feed on Cape Cod's growing seal population. Until now, the baby shark nursery has remained a safe distance away from the adults' hunting grounds.
I know of 2 that were caught dry.
But with sightings of newborn pups off Cape Cod, Greg and the team are concerned that climate change may be pushing the nursery north into harm's way.
This summer, we've seen some of the highest water temperatures ever recorded. So if the nursery habitat is expanding into these areas, and we start to see overlap with the bigger white sharks, that could be a real problem. It's a perfect storm, because bigger white sharks will have no problem eating smaller ones.
Greg is already finding alarming evidence that some of the baby sharks from the New York nursery could be wandering into the danger zone off Cape Cod.
So what we've got here are photos of a white shark that was captured literally in this area just a couple of weeks ago. And this is a newborn fish, on the order of days or weeks old. One of the things that jumps out at me here is this perfect slice right here along its flank. And the fact that it's so clean tells me that it was likely a much bigger shark that attempted to kill it. And I can't rule out another bigger white shark. The beautiful thing about this shark, of course, it was released alive. But, this nursery is on the move and quite possibly going in the wrong direction.
To monitor the movements of great whites in the area, Greg is working with local lobstermen to put out special acoustic receivers. It's part of a huge network that tracks the movements of sharks and fish along the entire U.S. Atlantic coast.
Really curious as to whether or not I'm detecting any of our tagged sharks in this area. And if I am, are they babies, are they big ones, or are they both?
Over the coming years, it will enable the team to keep a close watch on how far climate change is pushing the baby great whites north. Off Long Island, the tag team are still trying to catch a baby great white.
Ooh, you're gonna smell like pogies.
3 days in, they're no closer to deploying their special camera tag.
I'll put a third rod out with just a lively bunker right at the surface.
These baby white sharks are proving to be a little tough to find, so they're certainly living up to their mysterious reputation. What if we really bust out all the stops and we start singing to them?
Farewell and adieu, dear fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu, dear ladies of Spain. For we've received orders for the sail back to Boston, and so nevermore shall we see.
Somebody's got to pick me up and be like, dude, we need that guy.
Oh yeah, killing it. I know you got it in you, Greg.
Holy
No way.
I'm pretty positive that's a white shark right at the surface.
Right here, right here, right here, right here.
That was
Right over
tiny.
there. Oh man,
That looks like a white.
that looks like a white.
That looks like a white.
Finally, their fish comes in. Such a young baby great white has rarely been captured on camera before.
Oh, here he comes again. Right back there.
Got a good
Right
eye
there.
for him.
Here he comes. He's coming up the slick now.
It's hard to believe that this shark could be just a few days old. But at 4 feet long, the baby great white is the second largest of all baby sharks. Only the basking shark has bigger pups.
If you got something, flip to it. Just ease up on it and see if you can flip something in front of it. Don't spook it.
The chum slick has lured the baby shark in. But getting it to take live fish bait will take every bit of skill Greg has. A voracious hunter, this newborn pup can grow another 1.5 feet in its first year of life. But it's cautious about what it eats.
Is he going for it?
We'll find out in a second. He's right on it. He spun it. It's definitely a white shark. He's got it. He's got it.
Oh,
He's got it. Get that. Get the rods out of the water. There it is, right there. Get those rods out of the water.
it's so tiny.
Good, baby. Roll up, roll up. You guys gotta make sure you. No. Hold this rod.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Tail rope.
Here.
Okay, I got it.
As Greg tries to get a tail rope on, Megan prepares the tag. They're about to deploy the technology that could change our understanding about the early life of the great white shark. Greg is close to bringing a baby great white alongside the boat.
We ain't there yet. Spawn.
Pop the hook.
Pop. So close. I had him in my hand. I had it. Ah!
So close, though. So close. Oh.
Guys, look at how close that shark was.
Oh my goodness.
So that's what.
Are you okay? Did it get you?
Yeah, no, it didn't get me. I think this is bunker blood.
Holy cow.
Yeah, so
That's close shave.
it's a close shave. Well, I mean, if it would have got me, I would have been going to the hospital for sure. And I was able to grab its pectoral fin, so I could see my arm was going to go right in its mouth. I had to let it go but I didn't realize
in the
just
nick of
how
time.
close
Just in the nick of time.
it actually was.
They're, I mean, fierce. adorably fierce, I guess I would say.
Yeah, I mean, they're scrappy. They're definitely scrappy and feisty.
And it's so amazing to think that they're just, like, that's about the size they are at birth.
Yeah, imagine 12 of those inside mom.
I'm really glad I'm not a female white shark. That sounds terrible.
Frustrating fish.
They're just so frustrating. They are by far the hardest fish I've ever attempted to catch.
I'm encouraged, but definitely frustrated. They're finicky fish.
All right, I think that's probably it. Catch the dock.
Another 4 days pass. They spot 4 more baby great whites, but still have no luck catching one. It's not all a loss. They've tagged a baby mako, 5 spinners, and 8 duskies. Few would have imagined so many baby sharks right off New York. They're of little danger to us, but our lives can affect them in profound ways. Back in the lab, Toby is modeling how climate change can impact the great white nursery in the decades to come.
Okay, so here we've been able to plot all of the satellite tracks of our white shark pups from 2016 to 2019. These sharks really helped us define the bounds of the white shark nursery in the North Atlantic. And temperature, we think, plays a big part in this. They're in this great piece of water where it's not too hot, it's not too cold, it's right around 70 degrees Fahrenheit. It's really this very discrete pocket right here off Long Island. What I'm concerned about is that as the temperature warms, we're going to have this creeping of the white shark nursery to the northeast. And you can see this red area is where there's going to be more and more overlap over time with adult and subadult white sharks that could actually prey on the baby white sharks.
The team is anxious to gather more data and get their special tag out. The tag not only captures video, its onboard sensors record high-resolution, second-by-second data that will help the team understand how climate change is impacting the baby sharks. With only 8 days of the expedition left, they've brought on their second team to help. The pressure is on to tag a baby great white. But their luck turns from bad to worse. A storm is on the way, and they could be about to lose their last crucial fishing days.
We got our second boat with us, so more lines in the water. But definitely an added layer of anxiety as it looks like it's going to be our last day for a while.
After 12 hours waiting for a baby great white, still nothing. Their chances of putting out their precious camera tag are fading fast.
Frustration.
It is.
With barely an hour of daylight left, it's time to wrap up. And then,
Here we go!
the second boat has a shark on the line. It's a baby great white.
Woo! That's our fish! Young here. Yeah. Try number 4. Tail rope. Tail rope. We're doing this quick. Oh, that's a great hook. Yes. 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 All right, you can get in.
We're on and tail roped.
What?
We are on and tail roped with the young of the year white shark.
Oh, we're on our way. Holy. Oh, yeah, baby. Ah, we worked for it, guys. We worked for it.
The tag team races towards the second boat. To tag the baby great white, first they'll need to transfer it.
Somebody get up on the bow, and they're gonna throw the rope to us. Pull the rope, pull the rope, pull the shark in. Pull, 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 pull. You have to keep the leader, you have to keep this tight.
It's a risky maneuver. The shark could easily escape. With just 10 minutes to fix the camera tag and collect their samples, they must move fast.
Okay, you got a tail rope. I'm gonna cut this line. Okay. You got it, Toby? Got it. Okay, you're free. Whoa! All right. Whoa! Okay, rock and roll.
So we're doing these fecal swabs to try and get a sense of diet.
FL is 121. TL is 134. Species is white shark. Sex is female.
I mean, she's just absolutely beautiful. A perfect mini version of a full-grown white shark. When they're small like this, they're targeting fish, small slippery things. So they've got these tiny pointed little teeth so they can grasp slippery prey. They're born at 120 centimeters long, so she's only a couple of months old. So like fresh out the womb, which is crazy.
Okay, fin clip is done.
But we gotta get her out of here. We gotta send her off, so I gotta finish getting the tag on.
Easy. She will try to blink.
It will be at least 10 years before she's big enough to hunt seals, and 30 years before she matures to a 15-foot female, able to have babies of her own.
We're gonna let this go.
Go, baby girl, go! Oh! That was so incredible! Oh my gosh!
We did it.
I'm legit.
Your butt.
I cried. It's like so emotional. I cried.
Unbelievable. This is amazing. Thanks, guys.
They're perfect mini versions, totally clean. When they get bigger, they get all scarred up and gnarled up, but she's
like perfect.
Perfect. I feel like a proud parent. Oh my gosh.
You got a name in mind, Megan?
I mean, we're in New York. I think we gotta call her Liberty.
Liberty?
Liberty.
Lady Liberty.
That's
Lady
really
Liberty.
awesome. Lady
perfect.
Liberty.
Wow.
We got it done.
The first ever camera tag was just put on a baby white shark in their New York nursery area. Like, I mean, how do you feel?
Another amazing first.
Emotional. Like, I was not prepared for how emotional I was gonna feel about all this.
As Liberty dives to the sea floor, the miniature camera records her every move. Special onboard sensors monitor her acceleration, depth, and the water temperature. And as the sun fades, red lights kick in so she can be filmed into the night.
You can see the sun's going down, so we're gonna actually get our first glimpse of what a baby white shark does at night as well, which is like I gotta jump up and down a few times.
Every time she comes to the surface, the tag will send a satellite signal, so the team can track her exact location until the tag releases in about 11 days' time.
It's gonna give us our first glimpse into the lives of baby white sharks in this nursery area. It's such a huge moment for shark science.
After nearly 2 weeks of trying, they've finally tagged a baby great white. And it's not long before the first signal comes in.
All right, hey, check it out. We got some detections.
something.
We got some detections. Most recent one looks like 3 o'clock, not long ago.
How far did she get?
Let's see. Let's get it on the map.
Oh,
Not far. Not very far.
Not far. So yeah, we tagged her right about there. It looks like she's moving inshore, kind of right into the heart of the nursery area.
Yep.
That's amazing. But that's huge that we're here.
I know, finally.
Now, they can follow Liberty's journey through the nursery. and get the first insights into how a baby great white survives this critical stage of life.
The fact that she's moving right into the heart of the nursery area right now, and that camera tag is just recording everything she's doing, is so wild.
We're gonna get so much data from it.
So much
so exciting.
data.
And yeah, she's only, you know, maybe 8 miles offshore at this point.
Liberty spends the first 2 days after she was tagged diving up to 150 feet between the surface and the sea floor. Adults use the same yo-yo diving when they're hunting. Over the centuries, violent storms that lashed this coast have claimed hundreds of ships as they tried to reach New York City, leaving a graveyard of wrecks on the seafloor. Loaded with fish, soft corals, and shellfish, they're a mecca for marine life. Could Liberty be diving down to the wrecks for food or shelter?
Look at that. That's beautiful.
Look at little Liberty go.
Back in the lab, Greg and Megan analyzed the data from Liberty's tag.
So this shows, you know, the diving behavior of Liberty.
Oh, wow.
From the data. And it gives a really neat profile for the first 24 hours after you released her. That's pretty cool.
So much movement.
Yeah.
From the warm surface waters where the water's temperatures are in the 70s, all the way down to the bottom where the water temperature's in the 50s, which is really cold. And these guys are so little, they can't regulate their body temperature as well as the bigger ones. So after spending time at the bottom like that, you see she's got to come back up and warm up.
So there's hundreds of shipwrecks along the southern coastline of Long Island. You know, it's like an oasis in the middle of a desert. You know, that makes it really profitable to go down into cold water, feast for a few minutes, and then come back up.
Warm up, do
Warm
it
up,
again.
and then go do it again.
3 days after she was tagged, Liberty heads into new territory. She's moving closer to shore. In the shallow waters off Long Island, Liberty swims into a baby great white's paradise, the huge schools of bunkerfish. The team's research has shown that these fish make up an important part of the baby great white's diet. Here, Liberty's at risk of running into schools of adult spinner sharks. But armed with up to 50 razor-sharp teeth and an attitude to go with it, this baby is already a force to contend with.
Look at that. See, I look at this and it's
Very
different
different.
from the first couple of
So
days.
different.
You know, the temperature regime is different, her diving pattern's different. It jumps right out at you. Almost the whole day here at the surface. A bunch of trips to the surface.
Different. It's so cool to see that clear shift from that offshore behavior to that inshore behavior. She must be feeding on those massive schools of menhaden.
Makes
Plus,
perfect sense.
You're not likely to run into the big white sharks that we see off of Cape Cod.
I mean, that's exactly what nursery habitat provides. Plenty of food and protection from predators. Optimal water temperature, heaven for a baby white shark.
4 days after she was tagged, Liberty makes a dramatic move east. She swims for more than 40 miles, following a warm body of water as it moves along the shore towards Montauk. She's heading towards the edge of the nursery. And the closer she gets, the greater the risk of running into much bigger sharks. Unable to generate body heat in the same way as adults, Liberty stays with the warm water as it moves east. She reaches the edge of the Great White Nursery, near Montauk. Beyond lies deeper water and the adult hunting grounds of Cape Cod.
So we've been wondering why she's moving east. She's actually staying in a very consistent temperature range. So Liberty is confirming what we see with some of our other young of the year white sharks, is that they really like that sweet spot of about 70-degree water. As this warm water pushes these sharks further east, they're getting closer and closer to the hunting ground of the adult white sharks off Cape Cod. The further east she goes, the more risk there is of bumping into predators.
Then Liberty's tag goes quiet. They don't hear from her for 2 days. As a storm comes in, Megan and Harley scour the coast. With no location data from the satellite, they're trying to pick up a second VHF radio signal from the tag.
I'm not hearing anything. There's something about following around an individual shark for a while that just really puts you into their world. When you study fish, a lot of times they're almost kind of like this unknown, impersonal entity. But when you actually have the opportunity to essentially ride on their backs and learn more about the way they navigate the world, you can't help but appreciate them as an individual.
As the storm clears, Greg and Megan continue the search for Liberty. They head towards her last known position.
So we're out here on the eastern end of Long Island and right off Montauk Point here. And I'm checking an acoustic receiver. These acoustic receivers are capable of hearing our tagged white sharks, big, small, no matter what size. And what's really cool about this particular receiver is it's a live receiver. We can get real-time detection data from it. And so I've got no acoustic detections right now, but we know we've gotten large adult white sharks on this receiver at the eastern end of Long Island.
Could Liberty have been taken by an adult great white? With still no signal from Liberty's tag, Greg and Megan head back to shore. Then news comes in.
I just got a buzz on my phone, and it was a notification from Liberty's tag. So it's up. It's only 9 miles from where we are right now. So obviously, change of plans. We're gonna go get that thing. Oh my gosh, this is like such a huge relief. Like I am actually like shaking a little bit about it right now. It's like the craziest scavenger hunt you'll ever go on. The highs and the lows associated with this technology are just crazy.
They race out to the tag location off Montauk. With the tag only just releasing from Liberty, it means she's still in the area and alive. It turns out from her data that she turned around and came back into the safety of the nursery. But she stayed deep where her satellite signal couldn't be detected. The tag has surfaced in an area known to be rich with squid.
She wasn't pinging because she was on the bottom. And I wouldn't be surprised at all if she was feeding on squid or some other bottom fish during that time. This is a very popular squidding ground. There's a big fishery for squid in this area. And so it turns out we're worried about nothing. It was unfortunate we couldn't hear the tag for a couple days, but it seems like Liberty was just fine doing her thing, just doing it on the bottom instead of at the surface. So this is all good news.
All right, moment of truth. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
The success of the mission now hinges on retrieving Liberty's tag.
That would be just what we need.
We don't want that.
Once they're in close range, they use a VHF signal to pinpoint its location. It contains second-by-second data of her journey, from ocean conditions to swimming behavior.
Dead ahead, just good heading.
All vital information that will help the team understand why the New York nursery is so important to the baby great white and how climate change can impact its future.
I hear it. I mean, I hear it. I hear the tag. It's somewhere ahead of us. Oh God. I like am gonna vomit.
Please don't vomit.
I'm not gonna.
I'm downwind of you.
I think it's like our 11 o'clock. It's right where your butt is.
Okay. Well, I move
I can't get around it.
Okay. Well, a lot of people can't.
Oh wait, it's right ahead of us. 11:30.
Oh, I see it.
The tag. We found it.
You okay?
Every time you do this, every time you see this, it's such a huge relief. Okay. You got eyes on it?
Don't fall in.
I don't care if I do. It's so crazy.
Yeah, we got it. We got it.
Oh my God.
Is the camera there?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it's all there. Oh my God.
11 days after it was attached to Liberty, Megan finally retrieves the tag.
I mean, this is like, I don't know how you feel right now, but this is like such a huge moment.
Yeah.
For me, honestly, as a little kid who dreamed to be a part of this is just like such a big thing, and I'm getting like very emotional about it right
You did it. You did it.
So, this is a really incredible moment.
It is. It is. I can't wait.
Oh, I'm so relieved. I am so excited. I'm so proud of the whole team. I just wish that Greg and Harley and Toby could be here for this moment. But this contains the first insights into the lives of baby white sharks here, ever. I'm sorry, but what kind of crazy luck do we have? Like, that this happened today when we were just out right here, like.
That is luck.
It is
You
really
know? We're really not
bizarre.
making this up for TV.
No,
it's true.
no.
It's true. Yeah.
Just when you give up all hope.
I didn't give up hope. I never gave up hope.
I was in a little bit of a pit of despair, I'm not gonna
Yes,
lie.
you were for the last
And then my
few
phone
days.
buzzed.
Now I want to catch another one.
This is the moment.
Yep, let's run it.
First glimpse into the life of a baby white shark.
I love it. Look at that. No one's ever done this before.
But look, so she just started picking up the pace. And what I love about that is you can see is that corresponds to that peak in acceleration right there, where she's cruising down towards the bottom and she responds to something. And that's really neat.
Yeah.
And so
Their
what's
work
so
is
great
only
about
just
it is
beginning.
clearly responding to something.
The team will spend the next year analyzing the data from Liberty's tag. Liberty has already made shark history, revealing for the first time the extraordinary life of a baby great white in the New York nursery. And she is giving the team new insights into how climate change will impact the nursery in the decades to come.
This is the only white shark nursery we know of in the North Atlantic right now. This is it. It's a very small body of water right here off Long Island. And I feel like we're right at the beginning of this story, and we have this fantastic opportunity. We have access to these fish. We have great technology. We want to use that to help conserve this population into the future.
As the cold sets in, Liberty will head for the warmer waters down south, where she'll spend the winter along the Carolina coast.
And one thing that is so great about all this is we were able to document her markings. She had very unique, beautiful markings. So when she shows up off of Cape Cod in a few years, we'll recognize her.
And you're going to scream and yell.
Scream and probably cry and get all emotional again over Liberty, the shark that brought me to tears.
And you get to
on
tag her
multiple
again.
occasions. Yeah, that would be great. Probably
I don't want
cry.
you jumping off the boat.
I might. I'll be like, Liberty! So good to see you.